After months of intense negotiations, there is still no clear path forward on a bipartisan border security deal. Even though the text of the bill has yet to be released, Republicans are denouncing it, with House Speaker Mike Johnson, calling it, quote, dead on arrival. A short time ago, President Biden was asked about the border deal. Here's what he had to say.
Some House Republicans are calling the border deal a non-starter. Can you get it done?
Mr. President, are you doing enough to deter?
So for more on this, we are joined by CBS News immigration reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez. Camilo, good to see you again. What is holding up the release of this deal?
Good morning, Anne-Marie. Well, immigration law is very complex, so that is one reason. But we're also seeing now some pretty significant divisions within the Republican Party as to whether they should be supporting an immigration compromise, a bipartisan immigration deal with Democrats and President Biden ahead of the 2024 election in November. We obviously remember that Republicans were the ones, Anne-Marie, that tied these two issues together, that demanded a border security deal in exchange for support for additional military aid to Ukraine. But many of them are now saying that this emerging deal does not go far enough and that they want to see more stricter measures passed along the U.S.-Mexico border to deter illegal crossings. And the source of that opposition, it seems to be mainly stemming from former President Donald Trump, who has now, as you know, come out against this deal and has been asking Republicans in Congress to not support this. He has not said this explicitly, Anne-Marie, but obviously any deal that fixes the situation at the border or at least alleviates the conditions there would undermine the opportunities he has to use this issue to criticize President Biden on the campaign trail. Still, there are some Republicans in the Senate who support this deal, and so we could still see the text of this framework very soon.
So that's what I wanted to ask you about. We don't have the exact text, but we do have an idea of some of the elements of what's in this new policy. Based on what we know, how would that change things at the border?
Well, we have been told, Anne-Marie, that this emerging deal will give the president a sweeping power to effectively suspend asylum law. As you know, right now, U.S. law requires officials to screen migrants who say that they are fleeing for their lives, even if they cross the border illegally. But under this deal, we are told the Department of Homeland Security will be granted the power to effectively shut down asylum processing in between official border crossings when the number of people crossing the border illegally reaches a certain level each day. And so those people would not be allowed to ask for asylum and would be quickly returned to Mexico without a court hearing. This deal, we are told, will also instruct officials to try to adjudicate asylum cases fully within 6 months. That's a huge change from the current years-long waits that many asylum seekers face. And we're also told that this deal would preserve asylum processing at official ports of entry and also allow migrants who pass their initial interviews with asylum officers to work in the U.S. legally immediately after passing those screenings. So there are proposals here, Anne-Marie, that will garner opposition from both the left and the right.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Camilo, I know you're keeping an eye on it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Anne-Marie.